are you all? I am Krupali Patel and today we are going to continue with our second chapter of Standard 4, that is reproduction in plants. Okay, so now the second topic of the chapter we are going to continue with it. So what is the topic? Pollination and fruit formation. So we are going to learn about pollination and fruit formation. So first we will learn about pollination. What is pollination? Pollination is the process through which pollen grains from the anther are transferred to the ovary of a flower. Okay, now let us recall what is pollen grains. So we have seen the male reproductive part of a flower, which was anther and pollen grains. So anther is present. Above the anther, these pollen grains are present. So what will happen? By pollination, these pollen grains will move to another flower, and in the another flower they will reach the ovary of that flower. So this whole process is known as pollination. Okay. These pollen grains reach the ovary through the stigma of the flower. So we have seen stigma which is present in the center of the flower. Okay. There are different ways through which pollination occurs, such as through wind, through insects and through water. So there are three ways by which pollination takes place. So the first is by wind. As you can see in the figure, that when the wind will blow, along with the wind the pollen grains will move, okay, from one flower to another. Secondly, by insect. So when the insect will sit on the flower, it will take some pollen grains and then the insect moves to another flower and releases the pollen grains. Okay, and the third is by water. So there are three types of methods by which pollination takes place. Number one is by wind, by insect and by water. Now I will show you the figure so that you can understand pollination clearly. Okay, now, so here is a figure. This is an example of pollination by insect. Okay, so here is one flower. Here is the anther, and above the anther there are pollen grains present. So what is the insect doing? The insect is coming here, sitting, then carrying some pollen grains. So here in the air, the insect is flying in the air. You can see some pollen grains are present. Okay. Now this insect will move to another flower. Okay. This is one flower. This is the second flower. So from one flower to the next flower, now the insect will sit here. Where? On the stigma. Okay. On the stigma, the insect will release the pollen grains, and with the help of style, it will reach to the ovary of another flower. Okay. So now, after pollination, the flower matures to form a fruit. In the first sentence, we have studied that the flower is converted into fruit. But it was written most of the flower converts into fruit. Okay. So now what will happen? The flower will become mature and then it will convert into fruit. Fruit contains seed. Yes, inside every fruit there is a seed. A fruit may contain one, few or many seeds. A fruit may contain either one seed, few means little seeds, or many seeds. Okay, so some photos or examples are given here. Here are the flower with only one seed. These are the fruits with only one seed. These are the fruits with few seeds. And these are the fruits with many seeds. Okay, now we will see. Did you know? Did you know what? Did you know not all the plants bear flowers that grow into fruits? That I have already told you that not all the flowers will convert into fruit. Some plants such as ferns and pine do not bear flowers. So these two plants do not bear flowers. their seeds are not enclosed with fruits. So means if it is having seed, it is not covered with a fruit. Okay. So now we will move further to our next topic. Okay. So our next topic is structure of a seed. Okay. We all know that by using a seed, a new plant grows. So now we are going to see the structure. What is inside the seed, that we are going to see. Okay. So plants reproduce by producing seeds. Seeds grow into new plants. Part of a seed. Yes, we all know that by using a seed, a whole new plant is grown. So now the structure of the seed is divided into three parts. Number one is seed coat. Number two is seed leaves. And third one is embryo. So now we will see one by one. Seed coat. Seed coat, you can see in the figure, the covering. The outer covering of the seed is known as seed coat. The outermost layer of the seed is called the seed coat. Okay. It is a thin covering which protects the seed from drying. So the seed coat is thin. It is a thin covering. What is its use? It protects the seed from drying. Okay. The seed coat has a tiny hole through which water enters the seed. So a seed coat is having a tiny hole through which the water will move inside the seed. Okay, now the second part is the seed leaves. Okay. Inside the seed there are two cotyledons or seed leaves that store food for the baby plant or embryo growing inside. When the seed gets the right amount of air, water and warmth, it starts growing into a small plant called the seedling. Okay, so inside there is a leaf-like structure which is storing the food. This is storing food for the new small baby plant. Okay, which is known as seedling. Now the last part is the embryo. The baby plant is also called embryo. The small baby plant which is coming out when we water the seed is known as embryo. It is present between the seed leaves. The embryo grows into a new plant after germination. So in the next topic we are going to study germination. So you will understand it better in germination, that what exactly happens inside a seed. Okay students, I hope you understood this much. Rest of the topic we will continue in the next lecture. Till that, stay at home, stay healthy. Bye bye.